This video is to help you to prepare the first quiz. If you have no problem to work out those problems, you shouldn't have any problem to do well in quiz 1. Let's start with the first question. Question number 1. What is the future value of $1,000 after 6 years using interest rate of 5% and compounded semi-annually? So interest rate is compounded semi-annually, so it should be 5% divided by 2 equals to 2.5%. This is the interest rate. And should be 6 years multiplied by 2, since this is semi-annual compounding question. The $1,000 you deposited now should be the present value. Payment, PMT, here should be 0. The question is asking for future value. This is the first question. Second, you deposit $1,000 at 3.6% daily compounding. After 8 months, how much would be in this account? So in this question, you deposit $1,000 now, so this should be present value. And the rate, interest rate, should be 3.6% divided by 360. This should be the daily interest rate. So N should be how many days in the 8 months period. So it should equal to 8 multiplied by 360. That's N. The question is asking for the future value. PMT again is 0 because there's nothing else was deposited into this account besides the first $1,000 deposited now. So this is the second question. The third one, you want to buy a shop for $200,000. Seller financing at 3% annual rate for the 4-year loan, but the loan requires 12 equal monthly payment each year for 4 years. Also, you need to make an additional balloon payment of $50,000, which will be paid at the end of last month. How much is the equal monthly payment? So for this question, you borrowed $200,000 now, so this should be the present value. So you paid monthly for a certain amount. This is the PMT. This is the question. This is you want to figure out. And the 3% is the annual interest rate. You should use monthly interest rate, which equals to 3% divided by 12. So N should be how many months in the 4-year period, which is 48. So the last part you should figure out is how much is the future value. So in this case, by the end, you make $50,000 payment to this account. So the future value should be $50,000, but however, remember the present value is how much you borrowed from the seller. So that's the money you get from the seller. And the future value, $50,000, is the final payment you make to the seller for this loan. So one has to be positive, one has to be negative. You can't use same signs for both numbers. It has to be opposite. Be careful. So this is the third question.